Oh my gosh, this is my first live chat on YouTube. I'm hoping this goes really smooth. I lied. My dog just started barking. So maybe it's not gonna go as smooth as I thought. Okay. This is my first time ever doing this live, and it looks really cool. So anyways, besides that, my dogs may start barking while I get to talking, and so excuse me. But I thought I would go ahead and do something live because something just came on me. Instead of setting up my camera and then creating a thumbnail and uploading it, why don't I just sit here and do it live, okay? So first off, I want to thank you two for being here right now. Thank you two for being here right now, or three. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. But first off, I want to talk to my ladies. You know, I love my ladies, and so I just got back from a photo shoot. Hi, I just got back from hi Joshua's Warrior. You are always commenting on like a lot of my videos, so I just want to say personally thank you. I appreciate it. I just got back from a photo shoot, and what's the word am I trying to say? Sorry, this dress is like falling. I just got back from a photo shoot, and at the photo shoot it went really good. Things were really smooth. The photographer was really bomb, but I had so many insecurities. Like, I could just feel myself being really timid. I'm usually very confident, but I could catch the timidness. I could feel like a nervousness. Ooh, don't do that angle. Ooh, maybe that don't look right. Like, that's everything that was going through my head. And so what I started to think about after the photo shoot, which photo shoot went good, but afterwards, I kind of just started thinking about how I felt, honestly. And why am I so insecure right now? You know, I know my beauty is tied to God, and I know that regardless of if I gain 20 pounds, if I lose 20, if I add 10, whatever, I'm still worthy in the sight of God. And so since I do know that, then I know that I have to, you know, I shouldn't be so insecure. But today I was very insecure at this photo shoot. But the photo shoot went good. But today's topic to the ladies, and maybe to men if you can relate, is first acknowledging your insecurities. What are the things that you feel timid in when you're around certain people? First, acknowledging your insecurities and overcoming your insecurities. And I'm still in this battle every day with my insecurities. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it went good. It really did. It went really, really good. Hey, Marissa. Hi. The photo shoot went really good. It's just I had a lot of insecurities. And so with that being said, I know I need to address these things. So first off, if you're a woman who probably has a little more pounds on her, or who isn't completely like a small stick figure, then maybe you'll automatically feel a little more insecure. And I know I do at times when I see a certain angle of myself or something, like I'm just like, oh my gosh, girl. Like, you know, it really makes me insecure. And then also at one time I battled with the eating disorder, so I was a lot skinnier, and actually liked that I was so skinny because that was cute to me, but I did battle with eating disorder, so it was not good at all, trust me. So I know now that I can't go backwards. I can't, so I have to continue to address my insecurities so I don't fall to them again, so I don't find myself, you know, not wanting to eat, or always trying to diet, or, oh, I've got to work out, I've got to go so hard. Like, I feel like the God that I serve does call me to do those things, but he also calls me to see my heart behind it. And so at this photo shoot today, I felt very beautiful. I felt so beautiful, but I felt so insecure at the same time. Like, I felt beautiful in not only the outfit I was wearing, but my hair, my makeup, everything. But when I was in front of a camera, I could hear the things that I had been saying to myself these last couple of weeks. Oh, you need to lose 10 pounds. Ew, that angle looks so bad. Ew, you don't need to smile like that. Oh my gosh, look at your chin. You look like you're getting a double chin. Like, I've been saying these things to myself for a while. Oh my gosh, look at your stomach. Hi, Melissa from Jamaica. Hello. I was saying these things to myself, and what I had to realize is that is not good. Oh, you're insecure for your acne. Yeah, and I'm insecure of not only my weight, but I'm insecure of just my teeth and just things in that nature. Like, I'm so insecure about these things, and I don't want to smile. I don't want to do too much. You know, I'm very insecure about these things. And it's not saying that, you know, you're never going to be insecure about something. But what it's saying is acknowledging them and don't let them have power over you. Because I remember I would tell myself, I'm not going to do photo shoots until I get my teeth fixed, I lose 20 pounds, like I wouldn't do this. Almost like someone who says, oh, I won't go out and do that business until I get so many followers, or I won't go and do things like this until I get this. Like, people always do that. And what God is working with me was like, no, daughter, just go out and do it, you know. And so I went out and did it, and it was great, but I had a lot of insecurities in that. And I could see my insecurities. And I know I'm not the only one that battles with these insecurities. My chihuahua is trying to get in my room. I'm sorry. So I battle with a lot of these insecurities, you know. Feeling overweight, feeling, you know, fat. Sorry, my chihuahua is still scratching at my door. I don't want to let her in. She's loud. But I just realized that I can't live like that. You can't live in that type of bondage. If God calls you to something, we're obviously going to feel insecure sometimes. We're going to feel like we can't feel complete. Like when God called me to preach, I remember thinking, God, no. My chihuahua. Okay, I'm thinking, God, no. You know, I can't do this. But what we have to understand is God is probably going to put us in places where our insecurities are going to show up. He's probably going to make us step into some very uncomfortable areas to acknowledge that we do fall short. Because in our falling short, we can lean on the power of God, and we can lean on His grace and His mercy. It says that our weaknesses, His strength is revealed. He is strong, right? And so today I had a weakness, my insecurities. Certain angles didn't look good to me. I didn't think I looked very beautiful at the time I did, but when I started to see some of the photos, I didn't like them. But it was because I could see everything that was wrong instead of everything that was good. And so what we have to understand is God, He wants us to acknowledge these insecurities. He wants us to see them so they no longer have power over them, and to pour light on them, to not fight them, but to pour the light of God on them. Because anything that is bad, anything of darkness it says darkness cannot comprehend the light. And so if we understand that, then that darkness can't comprehend the light that we're putting on it, and so it has to flee. And I realized that with my insecurities today. I needed those insecurities, because maybe if I stood in front of that camera without those insecurities, then maybe God wouldn't have been there. Amen. Maybe God wouldn't have been there. Maybe I wouldn't have said, God, I need you because I feel ugly. God, I really can't do this photo shoot because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just don't know. Like, I feel so, like, you know, maybe I really had to face those and go through that photo shoot with those insecurities, so it could help me lean on God more and to see the areas that I do fall short. Because anything, any platform, any area that God is going to call you to in life, you're going to fall short. You're going to just feel like you don't measure up. You're going to feel like your credentials ain't enough. You're going to feel like if you put your stuff down on paper, everything you did, this don't line up at all. I'm not qualified for this position. That's how you're going to feel. And I felt like that today. I wasn't really qualified to be taking photos for a magazine and stuff like that, or to be, you know, I didn't feel qualified. I didn't feel beautiful enough. I didn't feel like my teeth were straight enough. I didn't feel like my makeup was on point enough. Like, I didn't feel like I didn't feel like I was skinny, and I needed to lose, you know, 10, 15 more pounds before I could do this. I honestly felt like that. And I think we have to understand is it's not when we think we're prepared, when we're ready, it's when God is ready. When God is ready for us to step out and do something different, to do something bold. That is what we have to do. We have to lean on God. We can't do this by ourselves. And as I stood in front of that camera today and was trying to find any inner strength that I had to feel beautiful and to feel confident, I couldn't find it. I couldn't. And I was looking. Trust me, I was looking. I would do a pose, and then I would realize, like, you don't feel comfortable. Like, loosen up, you know, like, you know, whatever. But then I realized what I had to do is I had to lean on God. I had to be like, God, I don't really feel qualified to be taking these photos. I don't. And maybe it's starting to show. So let me allow you to qualify me. My beauty does not qualify me. My curve of my hips or the length of my hair does not qualify me, nor the color or the straightness of my teeth, whatever. No, that does not qualify me. But you qualify me. You're the one who puts me in these positions that even when they're way above my head and I don't even know how I'm going to fulfill them, you allow your strength to be revealed. And so today I had a lot of insecurities at this photo shoot, but I was very excited for the photo shoot. But I had all these insecurities, and also I understand that I've been speaking a lot of my insecurities back to myself. Well, when my mirror is already telling me insecurities, I keep speaking them throughout the day. I'll look at myself in a certain way and not like what I see. So with that being said is I need to acknowledge when the enemy is not only attacking me, but when I'm attacking me too. Because the enemy's not our only thing out there. Some of us are our biggest enemies. Sometimes it's us. Oh, the enemy getting me today. Maybe it's just really you, Morgan. What if it's really just your mind today? What if you really just ain't fighting the way you usually be fighting? You know, what if you're allowing your insecurities just to just, you know, get you in a pit to where then you feel stuck? And so what I want to say is, if you got these insecurities, if you feel, you know, like your nose is too different, or your lips are too small, or our eyes are weird, like, listen, if we listen to the world long enough, it's going to continue to tell us what we're not enough of. My hair's not long enough, my waist isn't thin enough, my booty isn't big enough, my skin isn't light enough, my eyebrows aren't proportioned enough. I mean, the list goes on and on. You want me to keep going? My eyelashes ain't long enough. My teeth ain't straight enough. My teeth ain't white enough. My money ain't big enough. My house isn't big enough. My car isn't nice enough. If we listen to the world long enough, it's going to continue to tell us what we're not enough of. But when we listen to God, He says that His grace is made sufficient and His mercies are new every morning. So with that being said, is we're never truly enough, especially if we compare ourselves to the world. So if we're not enough, then it's up to us to lean on God, to seek His presence, to find the truth somewhere in there. Like, no, God, I know I'm insecure today. I know I feel this. I know that person was saying something to me. I know how it feels, God, but I know that I'm strong in you. That these flaws don't mean nothing in you. That, oh, my waist isn't small. That's okay, God, because you said that I was called to something like this. I was called for such a time as this. So, God, I know you're going to fulfill it in the way that you know how to fulfill it. And that's the belief we need to have. And today I didn't have it, honestly. When I was at this photo shoot, I didn't have it. And I'm grateful for my sister because she continued to help me out through it. And give me some, like, words of encouragement. And, you know, kind of help me out with it. Like, hey, do this. And, you know, because I'm in her really, really close. And I realized, though, throughout this, I had to really find that confidence. When the confidence should have been in the Lord the whole time. That, God, you got this. It's going to work out some way or another. You know, I gotta shoot at least three photos to these magazine people. So I'm going to show that there's going to be 3 amazing photos that you're going to make sure that's going to be nice. And that's it. But no, I was trying to lean on my beauty. And I was leaning on my weight. And I was leaning on my insecurities. Saying, now how can I look better? How can I do something that makes me look thinner and better? And when honestly I should have just been like, Lord, you got this. Because I'm unqualified for this position. My flaws and my insecurities continue to tell me every single day. So instead of to just fight them, like keep trying to fight these insecurities, oh Lord, they're there. I've been fighting them all my life. So instead of trying to fight them, let me just pour your light on them. Let me just speak life to myself daily. Let me just pour light on this situation. Let me just lean on you because I know that I can't do this. It tells me to not lean on my own understanding. And my own understanding right now is telling me that I'm not enough. That I don't got enough money. That my hair is not long. That my beauty's not enough. It just tells me I'm not enough. So Lord, let me find you. Let me lean on you. Because you're the answer to my issues. You're the answer to these afflictions and these insecurities that are lingering in my heart. And so instead of trying to fight dark with dark, let me fight the dark with light. Let me just pour your word on it daily. Let me continue to realize that I am your daughter. Amen. Amen, Marissa. Amen. Honestly, guys, it's up to us. Amen, Stacy. Amen, Stacy. But it's up to us, honestly, to not allow these insecurities to get the best of us. But to maybe look at them as humbling sessions. I remember after I went through my eating disorder, I lost some teeth. Because when you don't feed yourself, your body begins to eat off of itself. I remember I was so insecure. And I felt like it was low-key a humbling session, though. It was low-key very humbling. To realize that, sweetie, everything isn't tied to your beauty. Or what this world continues to think everything is tied to. Like, your worthiness is in me. I remember I shaved off a lot of my hair. Like some years back, I got it on my no weave video. And then when it was growing back out, God told me to quit wearing weave, like no more extensions. And I didn't understand why, but it was because I was tying everything to my beauty. everything was tied to me naturally, my vanity. And God had to continue to show me that you've been worthy before the hair and after the hair, okay? Like, you're worthy. And so even today, as I'm standing in front of a camera and this girl, amazing photographer, is in front of me and she's taking all these amazing photos, and I didn't feel beautiful. I just felt like, I hope you don't get a bad photo. That's more what I was feeling like. And it's not to say that, like, you know, we're never going to feel that, but what it's to say is that in that time, I was stepping into something that God has called me to for a while now. And that should have been a moment of joy and a moment of like, yes, Lord, I'm finally doing it. But guess what? It wasn't. It was more of like a, no, don't, please don't take this one. Maybe you should delete that one because I don't think that was cute. Like, literally, that's what it was. And honestly, obviously, you learn, you live and you learn. But I know that the advice I can give to my ladies out there, and even to some men who may battle with these insecurities, is it's okay. What if your insecurity was given specifically? What if the one that you have, the one that I don't know about but you know about, what if that was given to you specifically for you to lean on God more, to kind of humble you? You know, because I believe it was Paul that had a thorn in his side, and he would ask God to take it from him, but God didn't. So what if that insecurity is just kind of that thorn in your side that allows you to just call out to God and tell him how weak you really are, how flawed you really are? And I've got a couple thorns, not only insecurities, but I have some thorns myself, trust me, that I cry out to God a lot on, asking for him to take this thorn. And he hasn't yet, but I know he will. And if he doesn't, then I'm sure in due time it will continue to strengthen me and allow me to run back to him. But there's one thorn that I've had for at least the last 2 years that it's still there. It's just not as painful as it used to be, but oh, it's still there. And so with that being said, we have to understand that God allows certain things in our lives to continue to allow us to run back to him, you know. And so yeah, I had a really amazing photo shoot, but from the natural eye it was amazing, but from inside it really wasn't. And so I just want to talk to my ladies and let you know that these insecurities do not have to have a hold on us. They don't have to bring us down. They don't have to hold us back from being the woman that we know we can be, the woman that God has already showed us or revealed to us and we just haven't fully stepped in. These insecurities don't have to hold us back, but we can use them as a thing to catapult us, we can use them as a thing to run towards God more. You know, these insecurities don't have to keep us in bondage. We don't have to be in bondage. God said he has given us the spirit of liberty. That's freedom. We have liberty. We have freedom. And so I don't have to be in bondage of my insecurities. I choose to be in bondage of them. So with that being said, we must release these insecurities and allow God to allow us to be made whole. And even when we don't feel beautiful, even when things don't add up to our natural eye and things of that nature, let's just ask for spiritual eyesight. Spiritual eyesight, so that we can truly see who we are and whose we are in God, so we can be fulfilled, you know. So I did a lot of talking. This was only supposed to be like 5 minutes. Like, girl, here's some advice. Let's go. But honestly, I had some really, it was a good photo shoot, but it was a lot of my insecurities showed up today. And so, obviously things I have to work on, and obviously things I have to pray about and allow God to take over. So before I get off of here though, I have about 11 people on here, and you 11, okay? Y'all can ask a question if you want to. Anything, it can be anything from this talk, it can be anything from just a question. I got a question on my website. You can drop it whenever you want, because I'm going to be on here for a few more minutes, and I'm willing to answer any of your questions, okay? Oh, amen, Alexandria. God bless, man, because I felt it today, girl. I felt some insecurities today, man. But a girl asked me on my website today, she asked me about, how do you know what your calling is? And it took me a minute to answer, because I know mine, you know, but it took me a minute. And then I remember being like, but I gave her 3 tips on how you kind of know what you're called to do. First, why do you want to do it? The next one was, I'm trying to remember, gosh. What was the second one? Oh, what do you plan to do? obviously. Like, why do you want to do it? How do you plan to, you know, complete it, or like get in things in motion to do it? And the last thing is what is it? I don't know how I worded it exactly, but it's like, why do you do what you do? Why do you, I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my charger, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I told this girl. I told her, why do you want to do it? How do you plan to accomplish it? And lastly, do you already do it? Because what I realized with my calling was I was already doing it every single day of my life. I just didn't realize it was a calling. And it was like my life really didn't change that much. Maybe after getting saved, whatever. But when I fully stepped into my calling, my life didn't change that much. I was already doing it. It just so happened I acknowledged finally what I had been doing. Then also people would tell me, I would be talking to friends, and then they would be like, oh my gosh, girl, you sound like you could be this type of speaker. And it would just be really close friends, you know. And so I started to get more and more confirmation through other people in different outlets. So that was a question I got like literally today. Hold on, let me grab my charger. Okay, I'm back. I had to get my charger. And my light went out because I unplugged it. But I'm using my DIY ring light. If you follow me on Insta or Snapchat, then you've seen me DIY this. So, just so you know. But yeah, anybody have questions? I'm on here 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes. I agree with what it said. Amen. Yeah, I remember I was in a past relationship, and it was a year after we had broken up, and he pretty much was, you know, moved on and, you know, living his life, and I was still hurting. I'm like, golly, God, when can I move on? Like, I remember, like, being like, gosh, God, like, because he would be on Snapchat, like, living his life, and I would be like, still be crying over him every night after, like, a year later. And I remember I kept saying, like, God, when am I've let him go 1,000,001 times inside. Like, I've like personally threw things away he bought me, Michael Kors purses and wallets, threw things in dumpsters, like tried to let this man go. But there are some parts of me that it's like a thorn in my side. You know, I remember going through that for a while there, wondering when it was going to get delivered. And then, I don't know, it just kind of did. I don't even know when it did. It just kind of just went away, I guess. But yeah, those thorns are real, y'all. But honestly, I think it's so God can humble us. If anyone has any more questions, I'm on here for another minute. Who's spiritual but not necessarily religious? Someone who believes in God and Jesus but not church. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a hard question. That's not a hard one. But that has low-key been me for a while there. Where I believed in God and Jesus, but I didn't believe in church, because obviously we know we are the church. But also to kind of, when I first got saved, I just seen a lot of bad churches. And so I kind of just X'd out church. Like, I don't care for church and things of that nature. I'm obviously a lot softer to church now. I go to church. I don't go to church every Sunday. But if I go to church, it's usually because I'm speaking at churches, okay? And, but I do have a home church when I'm back home with my family, that we have a home church. But what I want to tell you is, don't focus so much if that person goes to church or not. Focus more on their own personal relationship. And is Christ represented in their life, okay? Because to be honest with you, there are a lot of men in the church, okay? There are a lot of men in the church, but there are not a lot of people in the church who truly have an intimate relationship with God. And that is what we should be focused on. We shouldn't be focused on, oh, did he go to church on Sunday? Because if he didn't, we done. No. And it's not the fact of, is he the walking church? Does he represent Christ? That's what your focus should be. And then if you see the representation of God in his life, and if you see that, then that's what you should. It's more about the intimate relationship we have with Christ. I could go every Sunday, every single Sunday, and I used to go a lot. And I didn't read my Bible. I didn't read devotions. At church I did. Did I pray? Sometimes. But I went to church every Sunday. And there were a lot of men in that church that was, you know, they probably did the same thing as me. And I don't look for a man in the church. I just look for a man that represents the life of Christ. You know, and I really ain't looking. But if I was to look, it would be like, I don't really care if you're like engraved in the church and you're a youth pastor or you're really doing the ministry stuff. It's more about, does your life represent Christ? And are you seeking him? So that's kind of my answer to that one. How do I personally study God's word daily? I wish Where's my little box? Okay, I'm trying to find my stuff. Okay, what I do is every morning or every night before I go to sleep, I study the word, but every morning I study it too. But how I study it is I keep like everything as in my Bible, as in my devotional book, as in my highlighters. I keep it all on my bed in like one little corner, because that allows me to keep everything like in order. And like when I go to bed, I just put it back in the corner. When I wake up, I maybe will get some orange juice, kind of wash my face, and then I just study. But how I choose to study it daily. I make time for it daily. But some days honestly isn't as intricate as others. Some days really might be because I'm rushing. I might have to do a quick devotional and get prayer in. Because something I will tell you is, there is no point in reading the Bible if you already don't have a stronger prayer life. Because I remember for a long time there, I couldn't read the Bible. Like the Bible just was boring to me. And so I started to ask God to give me the desire to read His Word. I started asking it. So I'd be like, because I didn't want to read the Bible. Like it wasn't really nothing pulling me to read it. Besides, girl, you ain't read the Bible. But nothing like inside like, Morgan, you need to read the Bible. So I started praying that God gave me the desire to read His Word. And when I was in college, I would, like, some mornings I would get up early to read, but maybe once a week I would truly, like, in the weekday, like, I would truly get up to read the Bible, to read the Word, but I really wouldn't read it until the weekend, like, truly read it. And so I started to pray that God gave me a desire to read it, and it did not come overnight. Oh, no, it didn't. But He started to clear out my schedule a little more, that there was no point for me not to read the Bible. Like, I had a clear, open schedule. Like, girl, like, even right now, my schedule is so open, besides what I do online and stuff, but there's no point in me to not read, you know? And so that's kind of how I see it. Yeah, so I hope I answered that. I just try my best to make time, and I pray for the desire to read. Pray for the time to read. Pray. Like, literally, there's no prayer that will ever go void. And so just make sure you pray. Hey God, I really don't have the desire to read your word today. So I'm not saying I ain't going to read it, but it's going to say, I need you to help me not only clear out the time, but give me the fire and the hunger to read your word. And to get a revelation, to minister to my heart. You know, to tell me something that I never heard before. Tell me something that I need that's going to help me 2 days from now, 3 weeks from now, when that person is in my life and they giving me a hard time. How am I supposed to react to this? You know, give me the food I need. Give me that spiritual food, right? It says man cannot live by just bread alone, but by every word that proceeds the mouth of God. So we might be looking full naturally, but are we dying spiritually? That's the real question. Okay. I'll give it like 1 more minute, y'all. If there is no more questions, then that's all good. But I definitely just wanted to help y'all answer some questions, since I had some people on here. And, you know, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But also, if you, as you pray tonight, please touch and agree with me for peace of mind as I return to work tomorrow from a short-term disability leave. Thank you, and stay blessed. All right, Farah. Is that how Farah? Is that what it is? Farah? Okay. All right. I got you, girl. I got you. I got you locked in. I definitely will pray with you. Yes. All right, Farah. And okay, got you. I will pray with you. I will pray with you and for you tonight. Okay? All right. Also, I post every Monday and Thursday now. I don't know if y'all caught that. I didn't want to blast it, but I don't know if y'all caught. But every Monday and Thursday, I am posting something. Okay? So I'm pretty sure my next video will be Thursday. Oh, no problem. No problem. But thank you, Alexandria. Thank you. I don't know how you say your name. Tatisha. Thank you to everyone. Marissa, if you're still on here. Yashua's Warrior. If I've missed you, sorry. But thank you to everyone who just obviously asked questions but was a part of this. And I hope you got something from this. I hope God blesses you through this and just like speaks to your spirit. And I'm going to go and, you know, chill out for my evening. Get on some stuff. But I do pray for you guys. I hope you got something. I hope you got something. I hope I didn't waste almost 30 minutes of your time. Okay? No, I'm kidding. I'm really crazy weird with time. Like, I do not like to waste people's time. Oh, and thank you, Stacy. No, thank you. Thank you so much. I thank you guys. I just ask that Melissa, I pray for you, Melissa. I pray for Marissa, Phoenicia. Yeah, I think that's everybody on here. So I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. All right, y'all stay blessed. And if anybody needs some prayer, then just go ahead and let me know. You can drop it to me on a comment of any video or this video. You can comment on it and let me know, and we can come in agreement. I don't know the exact words, but if it's like for two so, what is it? I said it in one of my, when two come together and so it be agreed and be established, or something like that. When two come together, so it be agreed and established, or something in the nature. I always say that, and I always believe in that. And so yeah, I will definitely pray for you guys. Also, be sure to go over to His Daughter's Closet and be a part of the online Bible study, Finding Your Inner Esther. There is one more giveaway going on. If you did not win the first one, then you should win the second one, okay? Because it's a box full of all my favorite things. Oh, that one too. That's one too. That's good. Christ is in the midst. But there's another one where it's like, where two or more to come together, so it be agreed. I don't know where it's at, but I think it might be in Matthew. Two or more come together, so it be agreed. But yeah, two or more in the midst. Yeah, I know that one too. I know. Also, that if y'all realize that's how I teach. I don't know where Bible verses are. I just know them. I just like know them, but I don't know them, if you know what I mean. But anyways, I know them. Anyways, but I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Pray for you guys. I hope y'all got blessed. Good night. Have a chill night. It's like almost 10 o'clock here, so I imagine have a chill night. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you in my next video. Love you guys.